Hello and welcome back to Eldritch Horror, the Dreamlands, turn 7. We're going to start this turn off with Amanda Sharp as our first investigator. And for Amanda's first action, she is going to trade these assets to Gloria Goldberg. These are mainly the combat assets, so we have the Holy Cross, and the Enchanted Cane, we have the Bullwhip. In addition, we're going to give her the Five of Pentacles so that she can acquire assets a little bit better. And we're going to give her the Chief Inspector to give her a little bit more observation. Amanda's observation is already a 4, so she's got a pretty good one, so we're going to give these to Gloria. For Amanda's next action, she is going to focus, and she's going to use her Righteous Condition. When you perform a focus action or a rest action, gain a focus or recover 1 sanity. She's already got 1 focus, and so she's going to recover a sanity. That brings her up to 4 sanity out of 6, and here's her focus token. So Amanda now has 4 health, 4 sanity, 6 clues, and 2 focus tokens. And that is it for Amanda Sharp. Okay, next up is Akashi Anyela. And for her first action, she is going to try to remove her debt condition. So, as a local action, test influence. If you pass, discard this card. Well, Akashi has 2 clues. But her influence is only a 2. So we're going to hope we get a success here. We did. We got a success. This debt is discarded. Okay, and for Akashi's next action, she's going to do a travel action, and she's going to travel to the moon. Down here with these 2 cultists, the Dream Quest token, and the research encounter. And that is it for Akashi Anyela. Next up, Kate Winthrop. Okay, next up is Kate Winthrop, and she is going to take a train ticket for her first action. And for her second action, she's going to travel to Istanbul, and then spend her train ticket traveling to the pyramids, so that she can do that expedition encounter and get rid of that rumor. So that is it for Kate Winthrop. Last up is Gloria Goldberg. Okay, last up in our investigator phase is Gloria Goldberg. Gloria is going to do a travel action to Ulthar. And next, she's going to use her ability on her card. If you're on a city space, which she is, gain 1 tome asset of your choice from the reserve or the discard pile. So she's going to take this profane tome. You may reroll 1 die when resolving a will tester in a combat encounter. And we're going to refill the reserve, and it looks like we get a Seek the Truth task. Whenever you gain a clue during a research encounter, spawn 1 clue. Then you may spend 3 clues and discard this card to advance the active mystery by 1. Oh, that could be really handy. Probably not for this mystery, but if we have a really tough one on the next one. Okay, so that goes to the reserve. And that is it for our investigator phase. Next up, the encounter phase. Actually, that's not true. It's not the end of the investigator phase, because as a local action, Gloria is going to move to the Enchanted Wood. We almost forgot to move her. That would have been bad. Okay, now, next up, the encounter phase. Okay, and first up in the encounter phase is Amanda Sharp here in the Underworld. She'll be doing a research encounter in the wilderness, so we're going to take one of these ones and see what happens. Something terrible has fallen you, and you search desperately for a safe place to hide. Observation -1. Okay. Amanda's observation is a 4, so observation -1 will be 3 dice. And she gets a 5. That's a success. If you pass, you find a suitable shelter, gain this clue. If you fail, bad stuff happens. Okay. So we are going to gain this clue. And here's our mystery. After investigator resolves the research counter, he may spend 1 clue he gained from that encounter and 1 sanity to place that clue on this card. So, sanity for Amanda Sharp and her clue. We'll put that clue on our mystery, and we are 1/4 of the way to solving that mystery. Okay, next up is Akashi. Okay, here we are with Akashi on the moon. She has 2 cultists here. We could use the Miss of Rele spell to bypass them, but she's got a pretty good will, and I think we're just going to try to fight the cultists. So the cultists, if you remember, do a will -1 check. And it says, if you pass the will check, you free the dreamer from eternal slumber, defeat this monster. So we're going to try to just do that twice. So, dice box, will -1. Kashi's will is a 4, so we're going to do 3. And we're going to fight this cultist first. And we did not get any successes. Well, that's no good. I guess we will have to fight them the old-fashioned way. So she loses 0 sanity, but now we have to do the strength test, and if you pass the strength test, you gain a madness condition. So kind of wanted to avoid that. So the strength test, we're going to have a strength of 2, and we're going to use her blunderbuss. We could also use the wither spell. Let's do the blunderbuss. It'll be simpler. So we're going to roll 4 dice, and we need to get at least 1 success, and no 2s, or no 1s actually. I said 2 because I saw 2. The 6 actually counts for 2 from our blunderbuss. If you remember, when resolving a combat encounter, you may gain +2 strength. If you do, each 6 you roll when resolving a strength test counts as 2 successes, and each 1 negates a success. So we actually got 2 successes. This cultist is a goner. Back in the monster bag. However, we do gain a madness condition. So here's our madness deck. Let's see what fresh madness comes upon Akashi. Looks like hunger. When you perform a rest action, you cannot recover sanity. Roll a die on a 4, 5, or 6. Discard this card. Well, that's no good because we actually need her sanity. Alright. Next up, another cultist. So we're going to do the same will check, which was 4 minus 1, or 3. And this time we pass. So if you pass the will test, you free the dreamer from eternal slumber, defeat this monster. So this cultist is also history. So now we have some choices about what encounters we want to do. We can do the dream quest. But I'd rather do the research encounter, I think, and see if we can spend a sanity in that clue. So, research encounter it is. And again, that's a wilderness space. Wilderness. You sense that you're being stalked by a terrible presence, but no matter which way you run, you always return to the same clearing. Observation -1. Ooh, Akashi's observation is only a 2. So she's only going to roll 1 die. She does have 2 clues, however. That's a 1. Let's spend 1 of her clues. Okay. Come on, Akashi. That's a 2. Okay, we're going to hold on to the other clue and just take the hit on this, what happens. If you fail, you remain trapped, lose 1 sanity. Boo. Okay, so there's Kashi's sanity. Get 2 back. So Kashi's only down to 2 sanity, and she's got that hunger condition, so that is no good. Okay, that is it for Akashi. Next up is Kate Winthrop. Okay, here we are in the pyramids with Kate Winthrop, and we're going to draw an expedition card, and it looks like the next expedition will go down to Sydney. So we'll just move this to Sydney and figure out what happens with Kate. Inside the pyramid, you find a hidden passage leading to an undiscovered throne room. You explore the room for indications of its history. Observation. Well, that's good. Kate's got a good observation. Specifically, her observation is a 4. She doesn't have anything else that can boost that. Ooh, we did not pass. She does have 3 clues. Let's spend one of the clues. So here's a clue. She's now down to 2 clues. Come on, Kate. There we go. We got a 6. Okay. You see a star map adjacent to a world map on the wall. You use the star map to determine a location on the world map. Lore. So her lore is a 3. And she doesn't look like she has anything that boosts that. So, come on, Kate. Six. That's a pass. If you pass, you discover a hidden cabinet built into the wall. Gain 1 artifact. If you fail, the map remains a mystery. Lose 2 sanity. Okay, we gained an artifact. That's good. So first off, let's get our artifact. And see what we get. The Kopesh of the Abyss. Item magical relic weapon. Gain +5 strength during combat encounters. Once per round, when you defeat a monster during a combat encounter, you may move to the nearest space containing a monster. Well, that's pretty fancy. Kate's strength is only a 2, so if she needs to slap a monster around, that'll be a big help. Alrighty. In addition, after Investigator resolves an expedition encounter, which Kate just did, she may spend 1 clue. Here's her clue. To place 1 clue on this card, then if their clues equal to half the investigators solve this rumor. So this rumor is history. That's good, because that was a tough rumor. So we'll discard these. Okay, and last up during the encounter phase is Gloria Goldberg. She is also going to do a research encounter. Try to get that clue. So here's our... And this again is a wilderness. So we'll take that. You follow a sleepwalking man through the wilds, but he's moving with unnatural speed. Observation -1. See, I'm kind of glad we gave Gloria that Chief Inspector. So Chief Inspector says gain +2 observation during research encounters. So she's actually rolling 5 dice, with a -1 is going to be 4. So she's got 4 dice, and she doesn't have anything else to help her. There we go. Oh, we didn't pass. She doesn't have any clues. Well, I appear to have outsmarted myself. Alright, let's see what happens. Thought we'd get that one for sure. If you pass, you see him get sucked into the sky by a golden light, leaving behind only a pocket journal left behind. Gain this clue in a task unique asset. If you fail, you lose your way. Gain a madness condition. Lovely. Back to the madness deck. Okay, and she drew hallucinations. When you perform a rest action, you may roll a die. On a 5 or 6, discard this card. On a reckoning, test will. If you fail, flip this card. So Gloria is now hallucinating. And that's it for the encounter phase. Next up is the mythos phase. Okay, mythos phase. Amanda Sharp is our first investigator, so she'll be drawing our mythos card. And if I've counted my cards correctly, we have a 1 in 3 chance of getting the rumor and a 2 in 3 chance of getting the yellow reckoning card. So we got the rumor. Okay, let's see what this is. Safely guarded secrets. Okay, we're going to get 2 clues, which helps us with our mystery. So clue number 1 is in space 18, down here in the ocean. Clue number 2 is in Istanbul, which is right next to Kate Winthrop, so that's actually pretty good for us. We're also going to get the exclamation mark token and put that on space 21, according to that card. And space 21 is where? Right down there next to Sydney. The Narcotic manuscripts have been disturbed, and powerful forces conspire to keep their ancient secrets hidden. Somewhere in the ruins of the city of the Great Race lies the source of these guardians. Safely guarded secrets. Ongoing rumor. If an investigator would resolve a research encounter, a monster ambushes him instead. That is not good for us. If he defeats the monster, he resolves the research encounter as normal. As an encounter, investigator on a space 21 may explore the underground library. Observation -1. If he passes, he discovers summoning runes and destroys them. Solve this rumor. Okay, we're pretty much going to need to solve this before we can go on with our active mystery, so this is quite bad for us. So, I'll do some thinking about how we can get somebody over there. If we have someone in Unknown Kadath, they can take the local path to Sydney down here. But there's not an easy way to get anyone there. So, thanks for watching Turn 7. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again next time for Turn 8 of Eldritch Horror: The Dreamlands. Thanks for watching.